what is a black swan event, and are they a good time to invest?
Well, yeah, I think it was Nassim Taleb who has sort of come up with this the idea, or popularised the idea of a black swan event. And I mean, I can't remember the precise definition, but basically a black swan is considered to be a very, very rare event. I mean, that's in the essence of it, which can then be explained away later, I think, is how Taleb sort of then defines it. Now, the thing about a black swan event is that it can be a positive one as well as a negative one. It doesn't always have to be a bad event. I mean, I think he sort of cites sort of like the invention of the internet or something like that as a black swan event. In other words, no one actually sort of saw it. Generally, no one saw it coming at the time. It came. It's had a huge effect. It's having a big ongoing effect, and now we have a way of sort of explaining its sort of evolution. And you could say the same thing about the global financial crisis. It sort of appeared out of nowhere. To a lot of people, it was patently obvious that this was a problem that was brewing. But nevertheless, maybe the way it panned out, it became a black swan event. Okay, so that's a black swan event. It could be a good or bad thing which suddenly appears out of nowhere, not expecting it, and it's considered to be a sort of almost a rarity or an impossibility. So can you profit from them? Well, undoubtedly you can. If you had been brave enough back in March 2009 to say, right, this is the S&P or the FTSE or the stock markets have fallen as far as they're going to go, and this is the time to buy, then you'd have done very, very well from that. And it looked very easy in hindsight. And looking back at the charts, you would say, well, that was pretty obvious, wasn't it? Well, it wasn't at the time, because really it did feel like this was, potentially the end of the financial world. The way that could have unravelled, there was nothing to say that the S&P wasn't going down to 100 at that time. So buying at 900 or wherever it was, or 666 or whatever it was, wouldn't have been so clever then. But people got together, policymakers got together, and we saw a turnaround, and that was that. And so in that instance, yes, I mean, of course, it would have been a good time to buy.
Mm.